don't know what you don't know. Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be sitting down and talking about mentorships and the importance of having a mentor in your career path. If you watched my previous video, we kind of talked a little bit about my intro to photography, how I started, what inspired me, yada yada. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about really the first monumental pivotal point in my career, which was working for a wedding photography company. And you know, some may say like, oh, like how is that monumental? I don't understand. You just got a job. Cool. And while yes, it is those things, it was way more. Through getting this job, I was gifted with basically having a mentor who did so many things for me that it was just important. It was crucial. So today I wanted to talk about how I got this job, how this job kind of panned out for me, how long I worked for them, all that type of stuff, and then just why having a mentor was so important and things that I didn't think about. So let's go ahead and get started. When I got this job as a second shooter, assistant shooter, however you want to word it, I actually was about 18, 19 years old. I actually got this job through Craigslist, believe it or not. I actually was just looking through for gigs at the time and saw this ad that popped up about needing a second shooter for weddings. And I said, okay, you know, I don't know anything much about weddings. I haven't shot but one wedding. I had one wedding under my belt, but I was like, oh yeah, I could do this. This is cool. And keep in mind that one wedding that I shot, all the pictures were pink. I remember telling myself in that moment that, hey, shooting a pink wedding, that could be your vibe, Nicolette. That could be your vibe. You're gonna be selling photos that are pink. Girl, I did not know anything. So either way, I applied to this shoot and I applied to this gig. And they called me and said, hey, we want to meet you. Come to a Starbucks and we'll sit and chat. Sat and chatted with them for a little bit. I really hyped myself up. Oh yeah, I've shot this wedding, I've shot this event, I've done this, I've done that. And they were really nice enough to say, hey, you know what, we're gonna try you out. You can come and shoot with us on this date. We got this big wedding, 700 people. Come on, let's do it. We'll throw you in there. And yeah, I definitely was kind of one, in shock because it was the most beautiful wedding I was ever at, like ever. And then two, the gear. I, at that moment, still was working with my T3i, and they said, no, you're not going to work with your T3i at this wedding. You are going to work with our gear. And I'm pretty sure they gave me a 6D to work with. No, maybe it was a Mark III, Mark II. Either way, I didn't know how to use this camera. And so they set up the settings for me. They set up the flash, all that stuff, because at that moment, didn't have a flash. I was just using the flash that came, pop out at the top of the camera, and I thought I was the shit. And so anyways, did this wedding. I guess they liked me enough to say, hey, she's worth working with, and ended up having like a 3 to 5 year career with them working on weddings, which was amazing. And kind of as the time progressed, they were kind enough to keep inviting me to a Starbucks and teaching me a little bit more about the camera. And this is where the mentorship program comes into play, and how you don't know what you don't know until you know what you didn't know, if that makes sense. Through these little meetings that we would have, which again, I didn't know was a mentorship program. I just thought, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go there and we're gonna talk. I learned so much, right? They taught me about flash settings. They taught me about white balance. They taught me about orange light versus white light, which if they were in this studio right now, they might be a little bit upset with me because I got some orange lights going and some white. It is what it is. But they taught me about lighting. Then they taught me about my camera and really just using the manual settings to its full potential, and the importance of crop sensor versus full frame. And just, I mean, even as simple, this one I will never forget because I felt so stupid. I felt so dumb. They said, instead of looking at your camera and then bringing it back to your face and then taking it down and bringing it back to your face, look through the viewfinder and you can see all of your settings there. And I was like, wait, what the? And sure enough, when you look through your viewfinder, it has the little light meter on the bottom. You can see all of that. So I was shocked. And again, after looking through something for so many times, sometimes you need someone who's just like, look, it's right in front of your face. And so again, a mentor was something that I needed that I didn't know that I needed. And really in any career path that you do, I mean, it could be literally any career path. Getting a mentor or someone that you trust who's doing what it is that you want them to do can do so many wonders and miracles for you. Example number one that I've already kind of given here is you don't know what you don't know. Through working with people that you admire or people who are doing exactly what you want them to do, you're able to be exposed to things that you may not have been aware of before. You think you know everything. Hey, I went to school. Hey, I didn't go to school. Hey, I've shot all my friends and I know how to use my camera. You know, again, you don't know what you don't know. And sometimes getting that fresh perspective will provide you with some more inspiration, motivation, so on and so forth, and will teach you things that will further your career in a good way. The second reason why having a mentor is important is, again, keeps you inspired. They're able to provide you with experiences that keep you learning and engaged. It keeps you inspired, right? If I didn't work with them and I just kind of freelanced, I mean, I feel like in the beginning I may not have stuck with it as long because of just being sunk into reality of like, I don't know what I'm doing, or I don't know how to do this, and I don't know how to do that. So again, having a mentor can also keep you inspired. The third reason why having a mentor is important is, honestly, they speed up your learning. They speed up your career. They speed up a lot of things. If I did not have a mentor, if I did not work with the people that I was blessed enough to work with and find jobs with, I wouldn't have accelerated at the pace that I did. I wouldn't have understood certain things that I understood early on that many photographers don't, or many people, maybe wouldn't have understood. And it was because I worked with these individuals who were already doing it. So you can really sit and expedite your career through having these types of mentorship programs with people. And again, it might not be something that's blatant. It might not be like, hey, I'm gonna be your mentor. Hey, I'll be your mentor. It's literally usually not like that. It's only after years and years and years of passing through, you're like, wait a minute. That's what you were. That is what you were. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, those are probably my top 3 reasons to have a mentor, and a little bit about my story of how I was able to kind of just get one, honestly, on accident. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope we went over a few things that kind of maybe inspire you to go and find a mentor. Sometimes they're hidden in places that you would have never expected, like Craigslist. Other times it might require a little bit more work of just like, hey, can I be your studio assistant? Hey, if you ever need help on a shoot, let me know. Hey, if you need a second shooter, let me know. It doesn't hurt to reach out to those that inspire you to see if they have any positions available. And if you allow yourself to be open and available, those opportunities will present themselves to you, and you will be grateful for the learning and whatnot that you can do through these mentors. So please join us for the next video coming up here soon, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about the other gigs that I was able to get in the photography space that taught me things that were super incredibly important in my career leading forward. So see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for tuning in, and see ya.